Hello, Dr. Mitchell and classmates. My name is Ashley Dudley from my class, Business, Government, and Society 605 at Fayetteville State University, and today I will be presenting my research on the topic question whether I support or oppose racial, gender, or income inequality being the biggest problem for business and society. Well, today I have chose to speak for income inequality being the best, or should I say, biggest problem for business and society. So, what is income inequality? Income inequality is the extent to where income is allocated in an unfair manner among an economic population. Some statistical data statistics that I have found for economic equality, but focusing on income inequality, are as follows. One quarter of American workers make less than $10 per hour. One fourth. That creates an income below the federal poverty level. A federal minimum wage increase to just $10.10 will lift 4.6 million people out of poverty. That will be equivalent to the total population for the whole state of Louisiana. In 2015, the top 1% of families in the United States made more than 25 times what families in the bottom 99% did. This trend, which has picked up post Great Recession, is a reversal of what was seen during and after the Great Depression, where the gap between the rich and poor narrowed. On a global scale, the bottom earner's income increases only by 1.4%, while the top earner's income grows by 2% annually. In the United States, the richest 1% is growing by 275%, while wages of the poor grow by only 20% in 30 years. According to a 2018 report by the OECD, or you can say the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, the United States has higher income inequality and a larger percentage of low income workers than almost any other advanced nation because the unemployed and at risk workers get barely any support from the government, being further set back from a weak collective bargaining system. So, now, what or who is to blame for income inequality? Income inequality can be blamed on cheap labor, unfair trade and exchange rates, and jobs outsourcing. Corporations often put their profits ahead of their workers by competing with lower priced companies to stay and remain competitive in the business market. Technology also increases income inequality. Technology has replaced workers at factory jobs and other type of labor jobs. Factors that stem from income inequality can be global poverty, like I have mentioned before, health crisis, crime, and slowing of class mobility. Now, some ways that we can reduce and improve income inequality can be invest in human capital. Investing in human capital is a great way to increase individual wealth and improve the labor force. Reduce the social capital gap. Social networking and branding will add to the value of someone's social connections and opportunities in the future. Juvenile/criminal justice reform. This is a really important one. Many young people are incarcerated for nonviolent crimes and charges, keeping more of the youth out of the system by having communities come together will influence them to continuously support themselves and their families, breaking barriers. Tax reform. Having a progressive tax system that taxes capital gains and dividend income as regular income can be an effective tool that society can use to fight income inequality. Improve quality and access to affordable health care. Charitable giving. Craft financial regulations without restricting responsible lending, which in turn will ultimately provide better oversight of financial markets in today's business society. Now, a few more additional ways that we can reduce income inequality. Increase the minimum wage. Raising the minimum wage, it does not hurt employment, nor does it stunt economic growth. Expand the earned income tax. Expanding the earned income tax can pull more children out of poverty while providing more income support for the working poor low class to the working middle class. Build assets for working families. Access to fair, low-cost financial services and home ownership are pathways to wealth. Invest in education. but that is an affordable and accessible quality education. Investing in educational programs such as Head Start or Universal Pre-K 4, just some examples, can increase economic mobility, contributing to increased productivity and decrease inequality. So today I have shared what income inequality is, some statistics that I have found for income inequality, what or who is to blame on income inequality, the cause and effects from it, and solutions that can possibly fix this big problem of income inequality in today's business and society. I hope you like my presentation. Thank you, and I'll see you guys later.